And we want to talk to Ted Nugent about that and the war on the Second Amendment, among other things. And he joins us now. So, Ted Nugent, welcome. General Flynn, Brannon, Howse here on Patriot.tv. Thanks for joining us today.
General Brian, God bless, Godspeed, happy Easter, and I hope I bring effervescent, positive piss and vinegar spirit and energy because I represent the shit kickers of America, and I've been hanging out with them all morning, training at the gun range, killing raccoons and training dogs. So I bring you a unique American firestorm.
Well, that's why we have you on. We knew that was going to happen. So what do you make? Okay, I'm just going to throw this out there and then back up and watch what happens, folks. Let's show this screenshot right here. Can you please comment on Kamala Harris announcing this new office for the Biden regime to implement red flag laws? I explained a little bit, but we want to hear your explanation of what this means. What are red flag laws? How dangerous are these? And what does it mean for the average person out there who values our Second Amendment?
Well, Brian and Mike, you got the right guy here because
we know, yeah.
I'm 75 years clean and sober, so all my God-given gifts of radar and information, evidence spanning consumption is so accurate. It's almost like aim small, miss small with a 308 at 350 yards with a Remington Corlock 160 grain semi-jacketed hollow point boat tail. My point being is that, Kamala, I want you to write this down. I had a bumper crop of middle fingers this year. I've got more middle fingers than I can actually use here in Texas because all my friends, they grow quite the GMO, genetically, actually FMO, freedom modified organisms. Gentlemen, we can comment on this stuff, but there's a self-evident truth pulse that is alive and well in America. I'm here in Central Texas. We just reelected an absolute constitutional sheriff, the most powerful constitutional representative and enforcer in McLennan County, Sheriff Parnell McNamara. I like to call him Sheriff Parnell McNamerica, and 56 representatives. See, I'm such a radical. Of course, the general knows this, and Brian, everybody knows this. I'm so radical that I dare to experiment self-government. That means that I make sure that I scrutinize, vet, review, and demand answers from anybody that the Nugent family votes for, and they have to be absolute constitutionalists. So it doesn't matter what Kamala or the oath-violating punks in the FBI. What a horrible set of syllables for a guy who genuflects at the altar of law enforcement as we bury the New York police hero, Jonathan Diller, right now because of Kamala. Because of the engineered recidivism, the abandonment of good over evil, the celebration of evil over good by the Democrat Party and the soulless pricks in the Republican Party who haven't stopped this yet. So red flag laws be damned in McLennan County. I will make a phone call to Sheriff Parnell McNamara and about 100 of my friends. And if somebody comes to my gate without a probable cause, authorized, legitimate search warrant, they can kiss my ass. Any questions?
Oh, no. Let me quote from the Federalist article this week. Under red flag laws, a judge acts solely on the basis of a written complaint, never talks to the person who made the complaint or the person against whom it was made. States vary on how quickly hearings must occur, but they all require that they take place within a month after one's guns are taken away. But the steep cost of legal representation often defers defendants from seeking counsel, as lawyers can charge up to $10,000 for a hearing. When told that red flag laws do not entail consultation of mental health experts and that there are no court hearings before guns are confiscated, public support appears to flip. This one survey commissioned by the Crime Prevention Research Center of 1,000 likely voters found that 29% support and 47% oppose these laws. Gun confiscation isn't a serious means of preventing suicides. People can commit suicide in many different ways, and places that have all banned all guns and all handguns have seen no change in total suicides. The evidence shows suicide rates remain statistically unchanged or even slightly increased. Simply talking to others is important in overcoming depression. It goes on from there. But talk about this whole process. The judge doesn't even talk to the person making the accusation or the claim. And in this day of division, for simply expressing your God-given rights, your neighbor or even an angry extended family member calls up the cops, thinks you're a threat, and boom, your guns are gone. And we, as I said a while ago, we saw one gentleman who had this happen to him, didn't realize what was going on, and he reached for his weapon, and they killed him.
Well, you guys know, General, I'm proud to be here with you guys. Brian, you guys are my blood brothers, my fellow truth, logic, common sense, we the people, shit kicker, taking care of business, you know. And believe me, when I speak in these Nugisms, these Motor City defiant critical thinking, how dare I, Nugisms, it is not just the author of Wang Dang Sweet Poon Tang speaking, though I know you wish. I hang out with the best people in the world every day. I hang out with Delta Force. I train with the SEALs. I train with the Green Berets. I train with U.S. Marshals and some Secret Service guys, some of the federal agents that still abide by their sacred constitutional oath. And as I mentioned a moment ago, how the FBI has turned into a gangster oath violating punks. I hate to have to say that, but the evidence is irrefutable for anybody without their head up their ass. But I've done federal raids. I've been a sheriff deputy in Lake County, Michigan for 39 years. I take that oath every 4 years, but I live by it 24/7, 365, 75. And for those agents, those law enforcement agents who would follow an illegal, immoral command, I pray for you. But there is a flag at my gate that says, don't tread on me. And since you're abandoning and violating your constitutional oath, I owe no allegiance to you anymore. And remember, I did federal raids here with the U.S. Marshal Heroes and Texas Rangers. I've got 14 felony arrests to my credit, which is why my music's more sexy than the other guys. I've kicked down doors and arrested stabbers and shooters and rapers and carjackers. And because I'm a man, I have a duty, a moral, inspirational, spiritual obligation to protect my family, to stand up of good over evil, to support law and order when the law is legal. Now, I'm not talking about Rosa Parks laws, where you don't have to obey those insane laws. Or in Michigan, they said I couldn't climb a tree to bow hunt. So what did I do? I climbed the tree to bow hunt because these are stupid laws. So we need to fight back, which is why everybody right now joining us, Mike and Brian, if you're not a member of Gun Owners of America, if you don't go to gunowners.org, gunowners.org, if you're not on the side of the good guys fighting for the self-evident truth of the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms, if you're not a member and a participant in Gun Owners of America and your state Second Amendment organization, Second Amendment Foundation, there's still some good movement in the National Rifle Association, but I'm a big supporter and celebrator and promoter of Gun Owners of America.
And you know, we have Mike Hammond for, I don't know, probably 15, 20 years. We've been having Mike Hammond, their lead legislative attorney guy who was crafting legislation in the Roosevelt Room steps from the Oval Office of Ronald Reagan. So we regularly have Gun Owners of America represented here. We think they're a class organization as well. I noticed that you retweeted today something we've already brought up, and it's just so offensive here on Resurrection Weekend. The Biden regime has now declared that Resurrection Sunday will be transgender visibility day.
Transgender visibility, unbelievable.
You want to comment on this, Ted?
Yeah, I suppose I could, but it's almost like saying, you know, don't stab yourself in the eyeball with an ice pick and then call the optometrist. I mean, we're so deep into the toilet zone, the toilet twilight zone, the planet of the cuckoo's nest apes. I mean, this is literally Rod Sterling would not have produced this twilight zone because it's too stupid. Only a satanic, soulless monster would support the very concept of men destroying women's athletic records, men going to women's bathrooms and locker rooms and prisons, and drag queens being unoffensive when in fact they're fat, perverted, demonic men twerking their ass and their balls to little boys and girls. They tried that here in McLennan County. It won't happen again, I promise you. But the people like Tractor Supply and Target, and even now, there's so many other Bed Bath & Beyond that support this drag queen perversion. And then the president, but the guy who thinks he's the president, thinks he's the commander-in-chief, to support this perverted, soulless, nasty, I think, satanic movement. Listen to my friend Mark Robinson in North Carolina and the great Jason Whitlock. These guys are my blood brothers for truth, logic, and common sense. And a conscientious, honest person cannot adequately condemn the very concept of mutilating children's genitals and allowing this horrific chapter of America to go down the toilet with transgenderism, with drag queens, and the perversion of that society. Believe I have nothing against gay guys. I got gay friends. I write songs with gay guys and we snuggle. I mean, when all the TV shows I've done, all the makeup and hair people, I don't let them give me makeup and hair, but I sit in the chair and play with them. They love me. They always want to touch my Glock. I mean, I have no problem with homosexuality, but you don't promote it to children. That's
my red line. That is my red line, Ted. I'll tell you what. A lot of people, they forget. And this is my service in the military now. Back in 1993, I think, is when they passed the "Don't Ask, Don't Tell," right? And we live with that. I mean, I live with that. So when people, God, I've been condemned. I've been called every name in the goddamn book. And so I really appreciate your bluntness and your honesty, but your honesty is really about what America is all about, and I didn't care. I didn't really care. All I cared about was, could they meet the standard that we wanted? Did I trust them on the battlefield next to me? Whatever. I mean, but when it comes to children and this forced acceptance of something that is so wrong, and especially when it comes to children. If there is a red line, because, we've always said in the military, don't state your red line because you're giving away a capability or what you might do. Well, in my life, my red line is anybody who abuses children, anybody who's going to mess with kids. You mess with kids, then you just crossed my red line. And boy, you just touched a real sensitive subject with me on this, because I think that in this country, we have gone absolutely bonkers. We have gone nuts. I mean, the insanity. I mean, they're not even going to let any kind of religious theme be painted on a goddamn Easter egg on the White House lawn for the Easter egg hunt. I mean, this is how nuts we have become. So people that are listening to this, that are watching Patriot.tv, and we'll ask you again, Ted, where do you need us to go? People that are watching us, wake the heck up, because man, we are off the rails. And so I'm so glad to hear that in your county you are still on that track of sanity, because we need it. We need to bring that sanity back here to this country.
Well, I'm proud to join anything that says Patriot TV, but General and Brian, I'm not just a guy that squawks because your house is on fire. I start squirting water on the flames. I've got the answer to the engineered recidivism, to the engineered invasion, and to the most embarrassing condition of man, apathy, that has allowed these Satanists to take over the government of the United States of America. I hope we can put it on the screen, but it's called HunterNation.org. HunterNation.org. We have finally galvanized what I believe is the most powerful conservative voting army in America that heretofore have not participated, and it's the licensed hunting families. Talking about down to earth, not just conservative, but conservationists, constitutionalists, working hard, playing hard. They dedicate themselves and sacrifice to be in the asset column for God, family, country, law and order, work ethic, good over evil, self-defense, First Amendment, all the self-evident truths. HunterNation.org. We are reaching out. I do robocalls. We put out mailers to these hunters that have never voted. And when they vote, we win. Even with the fraudulent ballot harvesting by the enemy, we still win because there's an untapped army of conservative, constitutional, conservation voters, and it's the licensed hunters of America. Believe me, that sounds too good to be true, but check out what we did in Louisiana. And because we're a nonprofit, we can't recommend anybody, but as soon as you say God, family, country, law and order, good over evil, you know who I'm not talking about. So HunterNation.org, like Gun Owners of America, like United States Concealed Carry Association, like the Second Amendment Foundation, HunterNation. There's two of them, HunterNation.org and HuntTheVote.org. We have galvanized an army of conservative voters that nobody knew existed. It's more powerful than the evangelists. It's more powerful than the Christian vote. because these guys have been sleeping because voting took place during the rut. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for such a stupid excuse, but they didn't vote for whatever reason. And I kind of clobbered them over the head with the Uncle Ted crowbar and went, come on, you can't complain if you don't participate. And that's how you put the American House on fire you put the fire out. By voting, and that's what we focused on. HunterNation.org. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal.
Excellent. So, thank you for your time today, Ted. Now, can we close out here with a song? Do you have a song called "Come and Take It"? Is that what I heard?
I certainly do. Yes, it's a love song. It's a love song that has morphed into a certain street slang of F. Joe Biden live. Come and take it. And Joe Biden, and the people have so much, when you crush evil, it can actually be fun.
Exactly.
So we're gonna exit the interview and play this as we go off the lunch break. So this will be our lunch break song as we go off the lunch break before we come back. And we always appreciate your making time.
And this interview will be recycled a lot, folks, because this is one that needs to, so HunterNation.org. Thanks for pushing them out there. And thank you for your time, your patience. Happy Easter to you and to all your fans. I know you got a lot of them out there, and to everybody that is following and listening right now to Patriot.tv. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you, guys. And I think we should end with a prayer for the Jonathan Diller family, who was killed because of the Democrats' policy. The Democrats have created engineered recidivism and the celebration of violent crime by letting all the violent criminals do it over and over and over again. And we could name the victims of the open border, their engineered recidivism. And I hope everybody listening right now raises hell like never before with their senator, their congressman, their mayor, their chief of police, their sheriff, their state trooper commander, their governor. And we, the people, need to rise up. And it starts with constant communication, saying we believe in self-defense. If you squat in my home, I'm going to shoot you. Case closed.
Wow. And, we're watching the video footage that's coming out of New York. The people have turned up to honor this fallen officer, and many police departments from around the nation are being represented as the officers are in their dress blues. And there's a lot of footage going out there today on social media by Americans sending it around to honor him and pray for his family that has been left behind. Wow, great words to close on. Thank you, Ted, for making time for us this weekend.
God bless Godspeed. God bless real America. Let's resurrect America.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir. Excellent. All right, we're going to go to his song, Come and Take It. And then what we're going to do is take a quick lunch break. We'll be back at 1:30. We have a live report from Israel, out of Israel at 1:30. So we'll take about a 45-minute break. Does that sound good, General?
And we have a very special guest coming on a little bit later this afternoon. I'll hold that name until we come back.
Okay, so 1:45 Central, which is 2:45 Eastern Standard. We'll be back live. We'll go out here with his song, Ted Nugent's song, Come and Take It, and go to a little replay. But let all your family and friends know we'll be back at 1:30 Central, 2:30. I guess I got it wrong a while ago. 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern Standard. We'll be back live with General Flynn at the desk for our Patriot.tv launch party. In the meantime, this would be a great time to sign up for our club, the Patriot TV Club. You can do that now. Just simply go to patriot.tv/elite, patriot.tv/elite. Remember, if you join it to 1 year, General Flynn is going to drop into your membership the digital copy of his new movie when it comes out. Join it the 2 year, and we will get DVD. You'll get the DVD and the Fifth Generation Warfare. And if you join it the 3 year, you get the DVD, Fifth Generation Warfare, and the book on artificial intelligence. Those two books will be mailed to you. So please take this lunch break and go ahead and join then. Let's go to the song by Ted Nugent, Come and Take It. We'll talk to you guys back here live at 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern Standard. Here's Ted Nugent.
Come and take it.